Moving on for now to the second one.
You don't know that I'm going to even do it. You don't know. I may do it. I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do. You don't know that I'm going to even do it. You don't know. I may do it. I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do.
This 5 seconds of Trump's soundbite last week on his vacillation about whether he would order an American military strike against Iran had the impact of a mild tremor across world's energy markets. Oil prices zoomed and India's basket price shot up to $76 to a barrel. Just for comparison, this was $64 last month. That's an upward move of $12 or roughly 20% in just 1 month. The impact of Israel's war on Iran is already visible on India's energy security. While it is still not a supply-side crisis, only a price shock, things could change if Trump decides in the affirmative on joining forces on the side of Israel. A fear being talked about is the disruption of supplies through the Strait of Hormuz. Seen in the pictures here, it lies between Oman and Iran and links the Persian Gulf in the north to the Gulf of Oman to the south and the Arabian Sea beyond. At its narrowest point, it is 33 kilometers wide, with the shipping sea lane further constricted to just 3 kilometers. About 1/5 of the total oil consumed in the world passes through this narrow stretch of water. That's roughly 20 million barrels of crude every day. Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Iran, Iraq, and Kuwait use the strait for their oil, mainly to Asia. Almost 100% of the Qatari gas, LNG, flows through Hormuz. In our case, of our total imports, which are 90% of all our energy needs anyway, roughly half come via this strait. Just to give an idea of what a blockade of this waterway can mean, it has happened only once in history. Was done collectively by the Arab states in 1973 to punish the Western backers of Israel in response to the Yom Kippur War. The blockade resulted in the first oil shock that sent the global economy into recession. Things have changed since then. For one, Iran threatens often but has never acted on them insofar as blockading Hormuz is concerned. Two, from being world's biggest importer of oil, the United States of America has transformed into one of the top exporters now. Drill, baby, drill was one of the campaign slogans of Trump this term. As a consequence, 85% of the crude passing the Strait of Hormuz was meant for Asian markets, with India, China, Japan, and South Korea accounting for 2/3 of that. The geography is volatile, and there have been episodes of disruptions. In 2012, for example, Iran threatened to block the strait after US and Europe imposed tough sanctions. In 2019, 4 vessels, including 2 Saudi tankers, were attacked off the UAE coast. Jamming of signals during ongoing conflict is leading to delays and disruptions. The global energy markets are closely watching the developments around the world's most crucial choke point on oil and gas. If direct entry of USA makes Iran face an existential threat, then it might order a blockade after all. It is in this backdrop that the news went below the headlines threshold but has great positive consequences for India's overall energy security. Petroleum Minister Hardeep Puri made a big announcement claiming India had hit a jackpot of black gold in the Andaman Sea off the eastern seaboard. Listen to him first.
Potential that we have in terms of known reserves is quite high. We have something like 42 billion oil and gas, 42 billion tons of oil and gas equivalent. We have the potential of several Guyanas in the Andaman Ocean. And I also said that we are looking at the possibility, thanks to this additional exploration and production, of finding a Guyana.
Couple of points. This is not immediate. This is prospective discovery of potential reserves which might translate into actual oil on tap in a decade or more. The minister mentioned Guyana as a story we might end up following. The South American nation, sandwiched between Venezuela, Brazil, and Suriname on 3 sides, and the Atlantic on the 4th, struck oil and gas in 2015. It is only now that oil has started flowing for commercial extraction and export. But it has already done wonders. From a GDP of $4 billion when oil discovery happened, it now stands at $26 billion, or a rise of 600% in a decade. The oil find catapulted Guyana into a rich oil state in a decade, as it stands as 17th in terms of oil reserves. If Puri is right, we in India could rocket into a middle-income country, which we are still not, despite becoming the fourth largest economy over a decade after the oil starts flowing from Andaman blocks. While the minister underscored all efforts that are going into making this a reality, we should say fingers crossed and pray that it happens soon.